I remember like being young with my cousins and stealing my mom's Zimas, and bringing them back to just sneaking them and just bringing them in a room. And then we graduated from that and we're like putting little Jolly Ranchers in them. And then she never said anything. And then the first time I ever got drunk was with my mom. We drank some Everclear. And I just remember that feeling of just not caring about anything. Um, so fast forward a couple of years, the alcohol turned into doing drugs with my parents. Um, and I was in rehab by the time I was 18 because I didn't want drugs to be part of my story. So I went to my grandma's house and I asked her, help me. Can you get me some more as far as I can go? And I ended up at this state run facility in Waco, Texas. Um, and it scared the shit out of me. It was a halfway house. I was like, I don't belong here. So I get out of there and I go to my grandma's house and I stay with her for a little while. Um, but then, but in that treatment center, I was introduced to um, the 12 steps. And I think what really resonated with me was step 10, just like checking in with myself. And that was something that I learned there and I carried on that with me throughout since till today. So that's kind of what instilled with me. But at that time, I was looking for the differences. Like I would have to go to those NA meetings, and I'd be like, the same. That what do we do? We try it. We think, try and find the differences and differentiate ourselves and justify and do all those things. But I did. So okay, so I'm skipping over some stuff. Okay, so then I move out on my own, and I go to my parents' house, and I see my little sister, and I see how they're living, and so I bring her home with me. And she's staying with me, and I'm 18. Yeah, and she's like 14. So we're living together, kind of doing our thing, and she's probably the reason I don't have kids because it was crazy. It was like, oh, yeah. So I had my kid already. But then started. So when I was doing the drugs, a week after I turned 17, I got caught possession charge, and so you're an adult at Texas at 17, so straight away I already had a felony on my record. So no one's going to hire me, right? So what am I going to do? I'm going to wait tables and bartend and work in restaurants and stuff like that. So that's kind of what I'm doing. So I was hanging out downtown Fort Worth. I had a job down there, and I just got really hammered and got in my car and didn't turn on my headlights, and I got pulled over. And I really think it was my higher power because I, probably could have killed somebody or something. But so that violated my probation, and then that sent me to jail for 8 months. Um, when I got out of jail, it was kind of like I need to get out of Texas because I just keep getting in trouble here. So then I moved to Chicago, and I have that felony on my record. So I'm like, okay, what am I going to do? Um, just keep bartending and waiting tables and stuff like that. So that was my life for like 12 years. Just was working in Wrigleyville for a long time, and summers. And I guess I was functioning, functioning, not living, but like breaking bones, blacking out, waking up in strangers' houses, like waking up fully dressed with my clothes on in my bed, just like sweating because I had passed out and it was so cold. Um, so then I'm about 33 at this time, I think, and then what happened after that? So then, yeah, I'm living in Chicago, and I lost this job due to my drinking because I didn't bring this person's drink in. And then it was kind of just downhill from there. So then, after that, then I go down to Florida because it's really cold in Chicago. I don't know if you guys have ever been there, but it's really cold. So then it's like, okay, my parents are living in Florida, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna come down there. They're clean at this time, I guess, but my drinking has really taken off. Yeah, so I like get a little scooter down there. I'm doing like Uber Eats, just drinking stupid stuff. So then, but it's getting out of control at this point because this is when I started getting the shakes for the first time. This is when I started waking up at 2 a.m., just really sweaty and just that panic attack waiting until 6 or 7 a.m. until I can get more alcohol. Um, yeah, so then this boy found me when I was in Florida. I had dated him in Chicago for like 6 months. And he found me. So then, and this was in 2019. And I kind of somehow convinced him that I was like not, I was good, normal enough to like to have come move out in Texas and live with him. So we're doing long distance thing, I guess. But once I moved over there, it's kind of like, you know. So probably about a year or two, he's just like, I can't handle you anymore. And I'm like, okay, so like, what am I gonna do? So I still had this vision of treatment from when I was a teenager in my head. So that's why I'm not going back. Like I don't know. I was all making all these excuses. So he finally talks me into going to Cumberland Heights in Nashville. He drives me all the way out there. I go out there. I've been drinking for 12 years, just for a long time. So it was 17 days until I quit having the night sweats. It was like 17 days until my ears quit ringing. This is after a couple seizures too. So like before I went to treatment, like I was just trying to quit on my own. Yeah, just waking a couple times to ambulance and then feeling okay, and then having another one like 12 hours later too, and still didn't quit drinking after that. But because I was drinking on the way to this Cumberland Heights, so the whole entire time I was there, I was thinking about a shot of vodka because I had to get on a flight like going after that. So I was like, I'm just gonna go to the bar and get just shot of vodka. Like the whole time I was there until only like 5 or 6 days before I left did I change my mind. Um, and that was just like that powerful, that transition of just like separating. And then there's also where someone introduced to me that the universe could be your higher power because it's the universe is fucking big, right? So that's kind of where that wheel got turning too. So after that, I had, and my sober date was 2/22/22, which I had for 9 months. Sad that I don't have that anymore. But so the first 9 months, I worked with a sponsor. I got to step 9. I think towards the last 2 months, I was kind of just like white knuckling a little bit. I had done EMDR. I was doing a lot of therapy and just like digging a lot of things up. I don't know. But so I just felt like maybe I forgot. And so I started drinking again. And within like 20 something hours, I'm already like blacked out again, picking up knives. My boyfriend was like, "You had a knife in your hand?" He was like, "I didn't know if you were going to stab yourself or you're going to stab me." So I was like, okay. So then, thank goodness there was a bed open at North Point in Edmonds here. And I went there. And granted, I'd only been drinking for 2 days before that. So my detox wasn't that intense. So I got to fully like immerse myself in the 12, well, their program is kind of based on the 12 steps too, but there I got fellowship, and all these things that I was missing. I think I just kind of like stuck my toe back in for a second. I was like, nope, okay, change my mind, I guess. Yeah, so that's basically what it's like and what happened. But what it's like today, since I've gotten sober, I've started a career in behavioral health as an intake specialist. I started at Valley Cities and now I'm working at Key Recovery. So I'm working with in treatment every day. I really like it. I'm graduating from college with a degree in psychology. I'm actually walking across the stage on my 2-year anniversary 2-year B-Day. My 9th step amends this time around has brought me so much closure. I was really struggling with stuff with my parents and stuff like that. But my higher power has been definitely working. And Barbara, I've been working with my sponsor, Barbara, saying that just trusting her in the process, and things are going to transform, and they really are. Where am I on time? 8 minutes.
Yeah, sure. I forgot to set the timer.
Oh, no.
I'm so enthralled.
Yeah, so, but I'm, not original, not special. I'm just doing what we're supposed to do. But I do remember when I did come back to AA, I just felt like at home. I feel at home with you guys. And I looked for the similarities this time instead of the differences. And it makes a world of difference, the perspectives and stuff. It's a daily thing. Just a couple, someone told told me you can accomplish more in 1 year sober than 10 years drunk, and that's absolutely true. Yeah, I think that um, just like I'm gonna have this degree in psychology, there's like so much stuff that I don't know yet. It's like I'm almost done with the second time of my 12 steps, and there's so much that I don't know yet. So just looking forward to all the things that are in my future, because I can't have those when I'm drinking, because I know all of those things will be gone in 5 seconds. Because, you know, my last little thing, I almost, but I wish I could say why. You know, I think we might not have to meet here if we knew why, but today, I woke up this morning and I watched scary movies with my boyfriend, and we talked about, like future plans and stuff like that. And it looks so much different than when we first got together, even too. It's just, it was just like, how it goes when you're in a relationship. But anyways, yeah, I'm grateful today, and I'm happy to be here. Thanks for listening. I don't know how long I went, but okay.